Hey y'all, this is Tuesday, January 14th, and it's about 1:15 here in Alabama p.m. Had to work this morning. It was an easy one. I wish all of them were just like this, but did it in 2.5 hours and was back home by 11ish. But I knew it was going to be an easy one, so I thought, you know what, just go on, shower and dress when you get back. So that's what I did. It was a really good long hot shower. I needed it. But I was I knew this is going to be a busy week for me working back to work because after the holidays hardly did anything and I have a full week. So I knew yesterday I was going to work my tail off in this house, which I did, because I didn't know if I was going to have time after Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get my stuff done. So I tried to get it all done yesterday. And once I get done here getting this makeup on, I'm going to get back in there and finish up the other 2 rooms I need to do. Yeah. So there's that. Oh, and I wasn't even going to stop last night to do a live. I'm like, Sarah even got home from work and she says, I'm trying to figure out something for supper. Well, I said, I already know what we're going to have. We're going to have sausage and cabbage and lima beans and cornbread. You chop, get on it, because you can do that while I've finished doing what I'm doing. I can keep cleaning. So it was good. She made supper and I could continue to clean. So I'm like, I ain't even stopping to do a YouTube live. No, sometimes we gotta make sure our perspectives are in the right order. And with that being said, I have my Funko meeting tonight, the dice game that me and 11 other ladies are members of, little community thing we got going up here. We meet the second Tuesday of every month. So I'll have that to do. And that starts at 6:30. And I usually don't get home till about 9. So there won't be a live tonight either. And then tomorrow night is church. So there probably won't be a live tomorrow either. And then I know we've already talked about, I put that video out there. What did y'all think about what days would be good to do a live? Well, the majority of y'all said anytime. Thursday or Friday was good. And I'm thinking maybe Friday. Yeah. Friday, because a lot of times we will go out on Friday night and get something to eat. And usually we're back home somewhere between 7 and 8 because we go early to avoid the crowd. And plus, most of the time we're hungry. And we don't want to wait till later in the evening. But anyways, so there's that. So maybe we will start doing the lives on Friday night. Let's just say somewhere between 7 and 8. I don't know, y'all. I'm saying that now, and it's probably going to change before Friday gets here. Anyways, I'm going to try to answer just a couple of questions. Someone has asked before, what is my facial routine? I don't have one. I do, but I don't. I don't care what kind of cream I use on my face. Okay, I do not take my makeup off. If I put this makeup on, it won't come off till tomorrow when I shower again. And I'm not, I use coconut oil to take my makeup off. I smear it all over my face. It doesn't take much, just about a nickel size, rub it all in and just smear it all over your face. It gets your makeup off. And if you're afraid that would leave your face feeling greasy when I get out of the shower, just to make sure, I rub my face off real good with the towel. So, and then I use this on my feet because I started having those horrible feet at about 50. And I'm just short of being 59. So if I don't keep coconut oil on my feet almost every single day, I pay for it. And coconut oil is the only thing that helps me. So that's face and feet. And my daughter, well, all my daughters, I think, well, exception of one, I don't think Sarah's got it. But the rest of the daughters do TikTok. And some of them have big followers. They're whatever. Well, one of my daughters gave me this a couple of months ago. Now, my daughter just turned 30. Like, she needs this stuff. Okay? And I told her, I said, give me that. You don't need that. Do I really think this stuff works? No, I don't. But it is a moisturizer. Well, whether it says it's a moisturizer or not, I'm not picky. I go, before this, I go to Ross or TJ Maxx, and I go in clearance. Whatever's the cheapest stuff, something that I can put on my face, just to, whether I put makeup on or not, I still put it on because I don't like. I guess you could say I have the tea. This area right in here has always been greasy, and this has kind of been dry. So yeah, I put it on just to not, so my face won't feel like a paper bag. So that's what I use. Do I recommend it? No, I don't really recommend any of this stuff, y'all, because I don't think any of it works. And how do I say this? We're all aging. Unless you're going to go do the Botox and have the facelifts, we're going to live with these lines, these puffy eyes from here on out. And it ain't going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. But I don't care. I'm thankful to be alive today. And if I end up looking like the Shar-Pei and I'm still breathing, I'll be okay. I'll still be thankful. But either, the way I look at it is, you either have good genes or you don't. And I'm not trying to sound snooty when I say that. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know. And so far as my face, I'm not a foo-foo girl. I never was, never have been, never will be. I just use whatever I've got. I found this stuff at his, and I think some of y'all know about it. Well, I don't care. I was cleaning out my cabinets the other day, and I have like 3 or 4 lotions in there, so I added it all in. I don't care. It smells good. It smells like lime, and it smells like vanilla because there was some lime stuff in here, and this is all vanilla. So I use that only because I have dry skin, super dry skin in the wintertime, so I have to use some kind of lotion. My skin is drier in the wintertime than it is in the summer. So there's that. Now, before I talk the day away, I am going to go ahead and get started getting my makeup on. So I won't have to do this later tonight before I go to Bunko. And I don't have to put my... I go to Bunko sometimes, no makeup, no hair, no nothing. It's a bunch of us ladies. We don't care. We're going to have a good time and eat food. And that's one of the reasons I go, is to eat food. I enjoy the food sometimes more than I do the game. That's why I like going to birthday parties, anniversary parties, weddings and stuff like that. It's because of the food. Not because of the actual event. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm just being honest. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pulling all this stuff out. Did I just hear a cat? Yes, I did. Hello, Allie. And where are we going? Where are we going? Okay, don't knock anything over. Allie, come on. Move. Move. Would you please move? Keep on going. Keep on going. Okay, she just wanted to come up and crawl around on the desk. She says, oh, you cleaned up. Let me get up here and mess it up. I'll tell you what, if it's not kids, it's animals. There's that. I don't know what she's doing. Well, y'all, I know I said in the last video I thought I was going to have to go to the dentist. I'm really thinking it's an ulcer, like a big ulcer, right on the gum line. You know, where your gums hit, you know, the top of your mouth, because I can feel it. If I'd only been thinking more before I got in the shower, I would have gotten some salt water and rinsed my mouth out good with salt water. Let me see. I'm gonna look at some. Yep, it is. Okay. One of my friends posted on Facebook the other day. And she posted about it's an old wives' tale. And she said, how did her post went something like this. She said, I've been noticing that the meteorologist page is predicting, and she's here in Alabama, predicting another snow day in the next 10 days. She says, well, she said, I thought to myself, yep. I don't doubt that. And she said, and then I said, yep, for a second reason. She said, my grandmother was full of old wives' tales. And she said, y'all, she said, everyone that I ever remember her telling me, you could about bet it was spot on. Well, she said, so this is why I believe we will have snow in 10 more days. Now, I hope I get this right. She said, grandmother said, if there's snow on the ground 3 days after it has fallen, there will be snow on the ground in 10 more days. And I was just looking out there. Yeah, we still have a little bit of snow on the ground out there. I mean, it's just like a little bitty thin strip, but that's snow. Y'all, and it's been up in the 50s here. Low 50s, but nevertheless 50s and sunny. So, anybody else ever heard of that one? And when we go to church, we pass this big cow pasture. Beautiful, gosh. Wish y'all could see it. It really does. It looks like something from a movie scene or a postcard or a calendar. It's just beautiful, just flat, and then the backdrop is kind of like the hills with the tree. It's beautiful. And of course, the cattle in the field. Well, as I said, we pass that every Sunday and Wednesday going to church. And several times we've passed it and the cattle will be lying on the ground. I've said it a couple of times, and I says, well, we're going to be getting rain. Cattles are laying on the ground. Ron says, I never heard of that. I'm like, well, I've been hearing it all my life, and I can just about bank on it. When you see the cattle laying on the ground, we're going to have rain in the next couple of days. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but for the most part, yeah. Now, y'all go figure on that one. And I had heard that ever since I was a little kid. Now, what's y'all's wives fable, tale, or whatever? Drop it in the comment. Of course, my grandmother, my precious grandmother, one she would always say, oh, my nose is itching. We're going to have company. I don't remember having company as often as her nose itched. But I do remember her saying that so many times. We're going to have company. My nose is itching. And very rare did I ever hear this one. I heard it, but it was rare that I heard that. If your palm's itching, you're going to get money. My palms don't itch that much. Rarely ever. I didn't. I thought I did. Looks like the blackbirds are, big old crows are landing in the yard. If y'all can probably hear them. Let's see if he's going to get up in the bird bath. Those things are almost big as ducks. Brave little sucker. Got 3 cats here, but those things are about as big as the cats. They're repulsive too. Okay. Well, hold on. What are you doing? You just snooping all over the place. I hadn't seen it this clean in a long time. Hope she's not snooping down a mouse or something. You know, it is that time of year when they try to get into the house. And yes, we have had mice in the house before. That's all the purpose of having cats. Well, I guess you didn't find anything. Did you? You crawled up there on the bed. Key cat. Y'all, and I have daffodils and tulips coming up. Today is what? When I say the 14th? Yeah, probably by the end of this month, daffodils will be blooming here. And I hate that. But it's always that way. Now, if I didn't have Bunko tonight, I'd use these little things again and roll my hair. And my hair would be rolled for church tomorrow. Yeah. I like the way they worked. I know that was kind of like off the wall there. I don't know, it doesn't. And if any of y'all get y'all's nails done on a regular basis, how often do y'all go? Now, when I used to keep mine done, I would try to stretch it out to 6 weeks. And sometimes I could, and sometimes I couldn't. Well, y'all, I told y'all, this is the first time I've done my nails since Elvis and I have been married. Because, like I said, we moved up here. There was lots to do on this house, which required hands. And then by the time we got a good portion of it done, it was time to start a garden. And I knew my hands were going to be in the garden all the time. So I'm like, no more doing nails. But I decided to go have them done a couple of weeks ago, and I forget what day that was. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was before New Year's. Actually, I remember when it was. Holly's birthday was on the 29th of December, and I went the 28th, the day before birthday. So it was the 28th of December. So that means it's been how long? 28. 3 plus 14 is 17. So a little over 2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks. I guess you could say, yeah. About 2.5 weeks. It seems longer than that, though. But I know that's when I got them done. Anyways, y'all, they're growing out, as you can see. And I forgot because it has been so long. You go and wash your hair, and because they start growing out and your hair gets caught, I can't stand that. Does anybody else have to deal with that? I mean, my daughters will let theirs grow till it's about right there. You know, about half their nail before they go and have their nails done. I don't know how they do it. Anybody else that has that problem? I don't know. I'm just talking, y'all. So, and I want to go in there and so bad and start peeling that stuff off. I could never. That was one reason when I was young, I couldn't keep fingernail polish on. I put it on and I don't know why that's squeaking like that. I really don't know why that's squeaking like that. I couldn't keep fingernail polish on when I was young because within 24 hours I was peeling the stuff off. I mean, to me it was kind of like putting glue on your hand and peeling glue off. I don't know. I don't know if that made sense or not. Okay, it is 1:45. I don't want to say I need to hurry because I'm not hurrying. That's obvious. I've been on here 30 minutes now. But I do need to get this done because I do want to get my living room and my kitchen cleaned up before Bunko at 6:30. That would be, let's just say 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. That's 5 hours. Or a little under 5 hours now. But I know me. Procrastinator. And it's not that bad. Well, the living room's not that bad. It's just got stuff in there that I took out of this bedroom and put it in the living room. And it can't come back in this bedroom. But the kitchen, oh gosh. I wish North Carolina wasn't so far away. because I would load up a lot of my extra stuff and take it to them. You know, all those people are still suffering. I know the people out in California are too, but these people in North Carolina have been suffering a lot longer than those people out in California. But the way it's looking for California, those people in California are going to be suffering just as long, if not longer, as the people in North Carolina. Yeah, I'm just talking out loud. But right, at least out in California, it ain't freezing temperatures. And I keep seeing one video after another about those poor people up there saying, you know, they're about to get put out on the street from staying in hotels and stuff like that. It's pitiful. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with that, because I really don't know. Well, it looks like she's curled up, and she's probably going to be there for several hours now. Once she finds her spot, she's down for the count. There have been times that Ron and I have left in the morning, and she'll be laying in one spot, and we will have been gone several hours. You know, anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, and come back, and she doesn't even look like she's moved since we've been gone. This is going to be a long video, y'all. It's already been a long video. And I'll say it again. So there's one thing I hate putting on most about makeup. It would be the mascara. I'm going to wait and put this eyeliner on later. I'm not doing that right now. I will put that one on later. Because when I go in there and dry my hair, it's probably going to make my eyes water some. And it's just going to water it off. But before I get off here, I'm going to read that little right there. And coming from these. Maybe y'all have, do any of y'all have these? Well, anyways, this was the little devotional for today. And it says, the little title says, He made it, He rules it. And it's quoting a scripture from Isaiah 45:9, and it's obviously not the King James, but I'm still going to read it. Woe to the one who argues with his maker, one clay pot among many. Does clay does clay say to the one forming it, what are you making? Okay. And then it starts a little story. It says, why do you get to make the rules? My son asked me one day. Because I'm the mom and you're the kid, I retorted. We've all said that. I've often been guilty of praying for God to do a work in my life. And as he begins to refine my character or prune away parts of my life, I get angry at how he chooses to refine me. As I spoke the words to my son that day, I realized the truth that just as I made the rules in our home because I was the authority, God is the one who determines the rules for his creation. He alone defines what is good because he alone created everything. We don't know the work of God. We don't know the work God is doing in our lives. So how can we fight back against him as he molds and refines us? We have no idea what it is God is preparing for us in the future, and as we work against him in stifled obedience or unwilling spirits, we only hurt ourselves. Now, as my children question why things happen in our lives and why God works as he does, I don't have specific answers to the challenges we face, but I do take them outside to look at the vast creation around us and remind them and myself that God alone ordered creation, and therefore he alone gets to determine what is good for us. We might not like how it feels or how it plays out, but we can trust he is doing a good work in us because he is a good God. Are you working against God are you working against God in any area of your life? Do you question God's plans? Surrender to him the work that needs to be done to form you into his image. Father, you alone know what is best. I surrender to your plan. Funny thing is, we sang, when I read that last little part, the little prayer or request, we sang our closing hymn at church Sunday was I Surrender All. But kids can teach us a lot. Even still, y'all. Because we've all, if you've been a parent, you know, you've been asked that question. Why do you make the rules? Or blah, 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 blah. You know, you want to upside the head when they ask that question, but yeah. Where was I even going with that? I derailed y'all. But, well, I do know where I'm going with that. Yeah, sometimes, I'm just going to give an example. Sometimes God uses children to his advantage sometimes. There are those that have children that don't hear from them very often. And it hurts. And sometimes I feel like that's God trying to teach some people a lesson. You know, like, okay, you know how it makes you feel because you don't have a good relationship with a child. You don't hear from them often as you would like. Maybe God is trying to teach you something in your relation with your child, in the relationship with you and God himself. Because if you're not having a good relationship with the Father, Do you really expect you're going to have a good relationship with your child? There's my thoughts on that. Okay, y'all. I have been here long enough. I do need to go and get the hair dried, and that right there is what I'd like to be doing. But I want to get this stuff done around here that needs to be done, and hopefully get this loaded, and maybe you'll see it tonight. It is now almost 2 o'clock. So, Lord willing, I guess I'll catch y'all later. There won't be a live tonight. I doubt it very much. There won't be one Wednesday night. I doubt that very much. Possibly Thursday. Okay? So maybe see you then. Y'all be safe, stay warm, and remember always, God is good and He is there for you. See ya.